Crisis hit Thames Water has been fined more than £100 million for the amount of sewage it's dumped into our rivers and seas.
The water regulators said the firm, which covers parts of Kent and West Sussex, routinely discharged untreated wastewater, resulting in harm to the environment and customers.
This latest fine has prompted more concern about the state of the company as it struggles to deal with a £15 billion mountain of debt. John Ryle has more.
The £104 million fine that Thames Water now faces is the result of hundreds of sewage spills across North Kent, Sussex, right across the company's catchment area. And one of the most serious was at this treatment works on the outskirts of Crawley. It discharged raw sewage into the River Mole for 24 hours non-stop in early May.
Well, what we've seen is poo pouring into our rivers, into our streams and into the sea, and it's absolutely disgusting and disgraceful. It's terrible for people, swimmers, kayakers, people using the water, and it's terrible for the wildlife too. Bad for the fish, bad for the other wildlife we have. It's just a disgrace.
Water industry regulators say the size of the proposed fine reflects the discovery of deliberate pollution on a scale that shocked investigators.
When we started the enforcement case, Thames considered they had around 250 storm overflows. They then uncovered they had a further 300 overflows which were not permitted.
Alongside the fines announced today, a government pledge to crack down on water companies and their bosses.
We're facing record levels of sewage being dumped in our waterways. There needs to be accountability for this, and I welcome the decision from Ofwat today to impose these fines. On its own, it's not going to be enough to deal with 14 years of failure, which is what we're facing, so I've already announced further special measures that the water companies will be placed under. That includes making water bosses face criminal charges for persistent law breaking of the kind that we've seen. We'll ban the payment of their multi-million pound bonuses. That money should have been spent on fixing the sewers, not siphoned off into their bank balances, and we'll ring-fence customers' money that is intended for fixing the sewage system so that it cannot be diverted for other purposes such as bonuses or dividends.
News of the record fine comes as Thames Water struggles with massive debt.
The international credit rating agencies are the ones to watch, and they've started saying they're going to downgrade Thames. Once that starts happening, then Thames may actually be in financial difficulties, in which case, fine. That's a problem for the owners of Thames Water, but it is absolutely not a problem for customers.
A raft of fines and get tough announcements today for Thames Water, with many experts predicting the collapse of the company. John Ryle, ITV News, Crawley.